This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the Nation Network. I'm your host, Vince McSham, and in 30 minutes, we are going to debut over on Odyssey. That's odyssey.com. I'll drop the link down here in just a minute in case you didn't already get it. If you've been checking out this channel, especially lately, every time I do a live stream, YouTube has problems saying it's not getting enough signal. It's not on my end. It's affecting the stream. It's pissing me off. And I know a lot of people are moving over to Odyssey, so I'm not saying I'm moving over to Odyssey because they're not ready yet. They still got some work to be doing over there. I can't use OBS on Odyssey, so right off the bat, that's out the door. But I can pre-record shows, which I've been doing lately, and I can upload them and air them over there. I don't know if they have live chat like we have here, so what I think I'm going to do is keep this chat open, keep this stream going beyond 6 o'clock. If y'all want to tab over to the Odyssey and we can kind of do a watch along that way and see what Odyssey offers. It's kind of an experiment for me, but I wanted to check that out. But before that, we got some stuff to talk about with 2K24. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Juan Cordero's here. Freddie's in the house. D-Train is in the house. Leakamania is running wild. J-Rocks is here. Judd, hello there. And Andrew Roberts, how you doing? I just got off work too, and I'll tell you right now, it has been a friggin' Chicago day here in friggin' Florida. The wind is ripping. So I'm all wind blown, and that's not the good kind of blown. You can get blown other ways, which is better. This is not that way. But let's go over the leaks. And this is, if it weren't a really reliable source, I probably wouldn't even mention it, but this is coming from Leaker24, and this guy every year gets like 90% accuracy, if not higher. So I'm going to go with whatever he says. So the first thing he talks about is the reason why Universe Mode doesn't get the attention it deserves is because 2K views it as a THQ mode. They know that removing it would cause a massive uproar. No shit. So they do very little as possible with it and hope that people will stop playing it altogether. Here's an idea. Somebody come up with a game where we don't need 2K anymore. They don't. I've said this for years, guys. They do not care about us. They don't. And they've made it clear because back, right before COVID and that abomination of 2K20, and they brought in the new director, and he asked everyone in the community, what is it you're most interested in? GM mode somehow edged out Universe, but not by much. Those were the two absolute front runners. After that, everything was way off in the distance, and they just keep on pounding the My Faction shit down our throats. So I believe every word of that. I think it's accurate. Okay, let's talk about the DLCs. According to Leaker24, he's been told that there's a strong possibility of an all-women's DLC, and here's the lineup. The first three are confirmed names: Nia Jax, Kairi Sane, and Jade Cargill. They are definite. Then we've got two that are yet to be confirmed but sound legit, and that is Tori Wilson and Michelle McCool. That's a banger pack if that happens that way. Other than that, we have currently scheduled DLC release dates. And again, this guy is accurate so much that I take it as gospel. April 10th will be the first DLC. May 8th will be the next. And then one day before my birthday, on June 15th, we will have one. Let's see what I get for my birthday. July 10th, we'll have another one. And then the final one will be August 14th. There's always a SummerSlam version. We know CM Punk is coming. There are a few other names. Lash Legends, another one that is very likely to be coming. There's going to be a few more names out there, but these are the ones that he's got some sort of inside connection because his accuracy, it's scary for things that haven't been released. So I'm going to go with whatever he says. The Dudleys, yes, they're high up on expectations for being in there. I heard about the Iron Sheik, which I was a little surprised, but it could happen. He's been there before. We had the Colonel Mustafa. Have we ever actually had the Iron Sheik? I remember the Colonel Mustafas. And then making my own Iron Sheik. And the boots are always in there, so that's no big surprise. Jimmy Hart would be cool. I haven't heard anything about him. Nia Jax for sure. Dragon Lee is another name that's in there that he mentions. Honky Tonk, didn't hear a word about Honky Tonk. And Lyra Valkyrie, they got to put her in. She's definitely got to be a DLC content at some point in time. Blazed Radio. In the house. Yeah, the adult diapers, I just do that because I'm too lazy to go and get up. Like when I'm streaming, I don't want to leave the room. So the first couple times it takes you a little getting used to, but after that, it's quite riveting. Purist in the house, how you doing? Oh, early day tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. for the chamber. I wake up every day at 5 a.m. on my own. I don't know what the heck it is. According to YouTube videos, I am one of the chosen ones, the one of the watchmen. If you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., you need to get your prayer on. That's what it's all about. And I said, well, I wake up at 5 a.m. whether I want to or not every day. So maybe there's something to it. So I'll be watching WWE, and I'll do my praying during the in-between matches. Yeah, I know. Nia Jax, look, she's going to end up in a game. We know that because she's related to The Rock. By the way, I didn't even notice his talentless daughter's name on the list in any way, shape, or form. So, but she's got to be in there. There's no way. Jackson, hey Rod, what's up? Yeah, I mean, the Iron Sheik, when I referred to him being in the game, I meant with 2K since they took over the franchise. I do recall him being, like, he was in Legends of WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting ready to pull the link to the Odyssey program here in a second. Let's go back this way. Like I said, I have never streamed with Odyssey before, so I don't know exactly what to expect with it. I don't know if we have live chat there. If we do, then I'll close this one out. All right, there is the link to my Odyssey page that I've just set up, and it will start airing in about 20 minutes. So feel free to join me over there, and we'll check that out. I'm going to keep this open until I can establish whether or not we have a live chat feature like this one does for a premiere, which is all it is. Can't do anything live with OBS. I haven't even checked into StreamYard to see if that will be compatible or not. But a lot of people are moving to Odyssey right now, so I think they're going to kind of catch up with the technology. Yeah, the 2K one is what I was thinking too. So, hey, nobody ever had Billy Graham before, so the fact that we're starting to get some new names in there, that's a real pleasant surprise. Corey Andrews, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'll tell you what, I haven't watched a lot of NXT in the last little bit because other than Fallon, there's not a whole lot there. I do like what's it, Valkyrie? Still don't have all their names down because I don't watch it enough, but I do like her too. The champ there, I think she's pretty good. But I did catch a little bit of it the other night, and I saw Dwayne Jr.-esque, whatever her name is, and God almighty, she's just terrible. She is so bad. It's like watching milk turn sour. It's just nothing. You try not to make fun of somebody's looks, but guess what? You're on TV, you got a microphone in your face, and you can't get your upper lip over those horse teeth. And half the time you can't understand the words that are coming out of her mouth. So, it is what it is. It is a mini-me clone. That's the scary part. Look, you can say Charlotte definitely has a resemblance to her dad, but, you know, she's still a good-looking lady. This kid looks like, you know, maybe he had, yeah, like, what's his name? D-Wade from the old Miami Heat. You know, maybe it's actually Dwayne Jr. and decided he likes to be feminine. It looks more like a dude playing dress-up. By the way, the latest on Brock Lesnar is it is too late to take him out of the game. However, they will be suppressing him where you can't actually play as him. He is in the WrestleMania 40 portion of the game, which we figured he had to be. So you may end up playing him against The Undertaker in that one thing. But so far, and it sounds like he'll actually show up in the roster, which is even more frustrating. So you can see him, but you can't actually grab him and put him into a match. Now, of course, we got a creation community, bunch of people out there that are just going to make one that'll be just as good. But you won't have the music necessarily and stuff like that. That's all. I just started hearing a little rumbling about Stallone being somehow involved, and I didn't really take it too seriously, so I didn't click on the stuff, but I suppose at some point in time I might want to pay a little more attention to it. I would love to have Stallone as part of it. I think that'd be cool. So Rumble I've been on for a little while now, and I don't feel I don't mind it, but I don't feel the vibe with Rumble for this. Rumble's a little bit, to me anyway, Rumble is more about your political type stuff, maybe gardening, your plumbing help or whatever. It's a little bit more intuitive and less entertainment based. Whereas Odyssey is a up and coming version of YouTube, and it's got a ways to go. I mean, they're not there. But they've already guaranteed no videos get taken down provided you don't break the terms, and they're very basic terms. You know, you can't have videos of people killing people, no terrorist acts, things of that nature. I mean, they're pretty much things that just should go unsaid. But yeah, generally speaking, whatever your political views are, they're not going to get taken down. And you can't say that about most of the other ones. Yeah, I've heard Terry Funk's name mentioned quite a bit. Sandman's been mentioned for a long time. The Dudley Boys, and of course, they're going to have the WrestleMania 40 arena later in the summertime. So it would make sense that you would tie a Philadelphia package together. And that's kind of what I think is going to happen with that. Jay Wiley, what's up, my friend? I had not heard DDP. Wouldn't surprise me. He's been in the game plenty of times, but I had not heard his name mentioned yet. I made Juan laugh. I'm not sure what I said, but okay. I'm happy if I'm here to entertain you. It's not a matter of liking Brock. It's liking having him in the game. I mean, he is a massive part of the history. I mean, we're talking about 40 years of WrestleMania. He ended the streak. So it's a pretty big thing to be missing. Cody is going to do the Rocky run. Oh, my God. All right. I hope that happens in a way. I hope it doesn't happen in another way because Philly ain't such a safe place anymore, man. I don't want to see Cody get shot. Lex Luger, again, he's been in the game a million times, so I would not be at all surprised. The heck is this? Let's see. There's an image uploaded on 2K Twitter with clues. Yeah, they do that every year, don't they? DDP is the hands on the image. That making the diamond cutter symbol or something like that? Okay. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. He's been in the game a whole bunch of times. Luger's been in the game a whole bunch of times. I have thought they might still put Flair. I know Flair's kind of over in AEW, but he ain't doing shit there. And they left him in the opening crawl, so I thought they might have been allowing that to fly. But as of right now, it appears not so much. See, now the problem is when I go to Odyssey, I can already start playing this video, even though it doesn't go live yet. As opposed to YouTube, where if I'm on the main page where the video's going live, I watch it like you guys do. It'll give me the countdown and the whole 9 yards. By the way, this didn't have any feature for a countdown. It might be built in. I don't know. Their analytics are pretty shaky at best. Again, they're up and coming. I get it. But it doesn't give you very good stats or anything like that. But at the same time, having great stats with YouTube doesn't mean a whole lot when, like, just by me putting the Odyssey link on this video is going to suppress it. YouTube does not like, if you put other YouTube channels on there, they're fine with that. They'll help boost you a little bit. But the minute you put a link, it could be to Amazon, it could be to eBay, doesn't matter. Anything that takes you away from YouTube, they suppress you. Now, you want to put something like Odyssey or Rumble on there? Other than my loyal fans, ain't nobody going to see this video. That's just the way they roll. Just send it to my inbox. I will take a look at that. Allow me to look at my inbox. Don't you guys peek at my inbox. Season pass for 2K24. Let's see. Yeah, diamond hands are definitely there. So, and there's the Lex Express. So, yep. And the name Funk is right there. These are not very subtle clues, by the way. We got the Dudleys glasses, so the Dudleys are in the game. We got a tie-dye shirt. So hopefully that means they're going back to the old ECW Dudleys. We have an old women's, and I don't mean old women. We have one of the original women's championship title belts going back to like the Lita time frame, so I'm going to guess Trish and Lita. There is the Iron Sheik's boot, so the Sheik will be in the game based on this. Now let's try to find, it looks like a, well, I was almost going to say in the center section here, it kind of looks like a plaid kilt type thing, but we already know Piper's in the game from images. There is Jimmy Hart's megaphone, so yes, I would say Jimmy Hart's there. The guitar is there. Now, hold on. Is it Honky Tonk Man, or could it be Jeff Jarrett? Is Jarrett not still with the WWF? I don't even keep track of that anymore. What's with the feather? I feel like that should be obvious, but it's not. We got this big feather over here and a moon behind it. We've got a bitten apple. That's going to be Carlito. What else we got here? Trying to figure out what these things are down here in the right corner that look almost like snap buttons. It's not a chain, even though it kind of winds all the way up and around here, but that's not a chain. Looks like a ring of snaps. And then what is this saying here? S-T-I-B... S-T-I-B-L-E? What the hell is Steeble? I don't know. Right here, we got a word. At first, I thought it was STI like Sting. I was like, there's no way they got Sting. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. That one's got me. And what this is here, I'm not sure. Again, it looks kind of like a Piper kilt, maybe upside down, but we already know he's in the game. That's a kind of silly clue to give away if that's what it is. And then there's something, I'm not sure what this shape is over here. Can't make that out. Kyrie saying we got the pirate wheel. Maybe that's a pirate feather, too. I don't know. Does she get 2 clues? And then what do we got going on here? This here looks like a flying Walenda from the circus or something like that. I have no clue what this is. It looks like a female from the 80s doing the let's get physical thing with the leg warmers on. I'm stumped on that one. And then here we have a microphone just on a mic stand, but it's upside down. Which could be damn near anybody. But a lot of these clues, I think, are pretty obvious. And even these fireworks, I'm sure there's a point to these fireworks that I might be overlooking. But these are good clues. I'm sure somebody will figure it out. Oh, the headbangers. You know what? Possibly. I had heard something about them. I was kind of surprised. And I'm like, I never thought they were that big a deal. I mean, they were kind of over a little bit, but I never could care for them one way or another. Tori Wilson for the bead. Those are beads? How does that turn into Tori Wilson? Don't recall her having beads. Was that a big thing for her? Jared is with the AEW. See, I told you I don't keep up with that backstage shit anymore. Okay, then. Honky tonk it is. Wendy Richter or Sherry Martel for the women. Well, that title is definitely after them. It wasn't that far back, the championship that we see there in the picture. So I'm thinking more Trish and Lita era. Could it be AJ? It'd be a stretch. Because she was wearing the Divas Championship, I think, the whole way through. Did she ever get around to wearing the women's title? I think that kind of came up right about the time she bailed out. But I would love it to be Wendy Richter. Another name that we haven't seen before. CM Punk on the mic? Sure. I can see that. And it's upside down like mic drop. Yeah, I definitely heard that a couple of those guys signed Legends deals. I just didn't think they were going to be that big a deal that you'd put them in the game, but okay. Yeah, and Jimmy Hart has been in the game, not much, but he was. Yeah, that image of the female, Jay, I agree, looks very 80s with the leg warmers. So maybe Wendy Richter is. I mean, I would love to see Wendy Richter in the game. I think that would be awesome, especially if they can do a good job replicating. Yeah, again, I'm with you guys on the aerobics picture there. That reeks of 80s. All right, we are 4 minutes away from kicking things off over on Odyssey. The link is here in the chat. I'm posting it again in case you just joined us. We're going to keep this stream going for a little bit until I can figure out if there's going to be a live chat feature on there, and if not, I'll bounce back and forth. If you guys have commentary you want to do during the stream, you can leave it here, and I'll just tab back and forth, and we'll make it work that way for this particular run. But what I think I'm going to try, at least, because I'm having so much trouble with YouTube lately, and it's pissing me off, is I'm going to try to see if I can't at least put the pre-recorded stuff up on this channel for a little bit. But I need you guys' support to help that work out. And we'll just see what goes from there. Because having looked around on Odyssey a little bit, there ain't nobody doing what we're doing here. So we'll be breaking new ground for Odyssey. Like I said, they got some interesting statistical stuff, but it's very basic and Let me see. I've logged out of Odyssey on my phone. This way I can see everything the same way you guys like it. Right now it says available in 2 minutes. Available in 1 minute. So I'll keep an eye on this for a little bit and then see if this all merges together. Gotta admit, I am curious to see how this works and if it's going to be a viable alternative option. There's just too many problems with YouTube. All right, I'm going to take a real quick break, and then we'll be back with Odyssey.
Wrestling fans, if you're enjoying the content here on the Nation Network, we encourage you to check out Blazed Radio. Join Blaze for his unique take on E-Fed Wrestling.
Hey, Walker. There's a shotgun stunner, but through the table at the same time.
From 2K to AEW Fight Forever, as well as talk show podcasts and NFL Red Zone coverage.
I love that I can listen to football commentary where the important conversations happen, like the rack on the ref.
As soon as we're finished here, jump over to Blaze Radio and tell him Vince sent you.
All right, we are back. The countdown on the phone is pretty basic. Literally just counting down. Doesn't give you any of that video stuff. And now it says starting soon. Okay. So there's none of those little pre-trailers that we get here on YouTube. But again, I'm sure in time that will come. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. It's a good lineup. I'm not going to knock the lineup. All right, Jay Wiley, you be careful, and we'll catch you soon. That is the head of my IT department right there. Still says starting soon. So it doesn't automatically start. You got to actually hit the play button on it. Yeah, so there's not going to be any live chat available, it doesn't look like. Which is a little disappointing.
Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you guys are crushing it. I want to send you a big congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers. And I love that everybody's kind of jumping on board here and realizing how great the content that you're putting out is. So for the community, a big thank you for being part of the Nation Network. And you guys are just getting started. Woo! Keep it going.
All right, if you want full screen, just jump on over to Odyssey. Jump over to Odyssey anyway. Let's watch it over there. But I can stream my own stuff. Drop a like over there on it, which I think is a fire button, it looks like. There's a fire button and what appears to be a snowflake, so it's either something that's hot or it's cold. So get on over there and click that button. Let's see how accurate this one is and see if I can actually see my count. I can see it on YouTube, but you guys can never see it. Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the debut of the Nation Network right here on Odyssey. Tonight, it is the Elimination Chamber, and this is WrestleVerse. If you're new to the program, WrestleVerse is in a place where not... whoops. And it starts it all over again? That's nice. Of the Nation Network right here on Odyssey. Tonight, it is the Elimination Chamber, and this is WrestleVerse. If you're new to the program, WrestleVerse is in a place where not just anything goes, but anyone goes. Past meets present. D-Train, I agree. They do have a good-looking lineup tonight, it's the when it comes to the legends. Featuring the best of the WWE's current-day roster. And Jess, what do you make of this exciting match we got tonight?
Well, first off, it's not one match, it's two. We've got two elimination chambers. We've got the women to kick things off. We've got the men coming up later tonight. We've got a women's championship match in between, as well as a main event tag team match. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump over to Odyssey and watch this over there, and then maybe I'll jump back on here as soon as it's done and do a little wrap-up. So do me a favor, head over to Odyssey, hit the like button on that thing, and when it's all said and done, we'll come back here, and you can let me know what you thought of the program tonight. We got a good show lined up for you. I think you'll enjoy it. We'll see you in a little bit right back here on the Nation Network. All right, Jess, the first four ladies to enter will be going into their respective pods.